I don't know who that is, but Jimmy Keene's.
Jimmy Keene's podcast. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome, I guess, to the Jimmy Keene's podcast
No,
featuring.
you're not naming it that. That's so
Yeah, I
stupid, dude.
know it is really stupid.
Why
Uh,
are you naming it that?
I'm not. That was a joke.
Alright.
I'll figure out a fucking name later. But this,
I'm sorry if my voice sounds different, folks. I'm sick, so
he's sick, and also this is probably the first time you're hearing him, anyways. But
exactly, that's a joke.
never heard him before.
That doesn't sound different.
No, it's not different. This is
To
normal.
them, this is different. This is normal,
This,
dude.
this is just normal. Don't even worry about it. Don't even sweat.
Yeah,
It's all good.
I'm in pain.
I'm in pain. That's how we started podcast. I am in pain. Please help me.
Ty has me tied to a chair.
Yeah.
I need saving.
He's currently
Like,
completely binded to his chair. He cannot move. His
you
eyes
know
are
what they say about
taped
super
open.
glue?
Can't move if you're super glued or something.
Yeah, that's what they
Yeah,
say, dude.
that's what they say. Well, this is the podcast. I'll figure out a title for it later. You'll see the title when it goes up on YouTube. But
Dude, what are you talking about? We made a title.
no, we're not using that title. We're not using fucking Jimmy Keene podcast.
Well, come on, Jimmy Keene is a cool guy.
But Jimmy Keene is not me, and also
I have no idea who Jimmy Keene is.
neither do I. I literally have no clue. I'm gonna Google him right now.
That's a name I just made up on the spot, like, you know.
Jimmy Keene. He's a real person.
Oh no!
Oh, he's a famous guy.
I'm not actually sick. I'm just vaping for the first time.
I'm just vaping. Jimmy Keene is part
That'd be
of.
really cool. It's like ISIS or something. Shit, you know. It's fucking...
Oh, it's not Jimmy Keene, but it's James Keene who wrote a book, so it's pretty neat.
Ooh,
Pretty cool.
damn.
Pretty neat.
So this is based off Jimmy Keene. We knew him really well. He was a cool guy.
Yeah, he's dead now. I killed him.
Hey, okay, all right. You're not supposed to tell him that, dude.
Oh shit. Okay. Well,
Just start it over.
Hey guys, welcome to the Jimmy Keene podcast, where he's definitely not dead.
And we definitely did not kill
Definitely
him.
did not kill him. He's still here. He's
He's
actually in the room
he's
right now.
alive.
He's just sleeping.
Yeah, he's just in the corner, skeleton. I mean,
Fuck. Hey guys, welcome to the Jimmy Keene podcast. He's not dead or skeleton in the corner. He's alive, currently doing his tax return right now. He's gonna get a lot of money.
he's getting like $10 back at least.
At least, maybe even 12. I think this is a good year for him.
Damn, that's the most he's ever made.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean,
My mind is blown, dude.
I had a hard time believing it myself when I first heard that. But anyways, off of the fucking Jimmy Keene.
What's wrong with Jimmy Keene?
Jimmy Keene is not even a person. It's actually James Keene.
Hey,
it's pretty crazy.
language.
Watch it. You're saying controversial stuff already, and we're not even like 4 minutes in. You fucking crazy piece of shit.
I'm too good at this goddamn game. Okay, I take it back.
Oof. He's playing Smite, by the way.
I'm not.
Are you sure?
I'm not.
Are you sure?
What?
Why don't you tell us about your Smite experiences? What do you think
Oh,
of
it's
Smite?
going terrible. I hate this game. This is terrible.
Oh, let me just go
Why
check
would anyone play this trash?
Let me go check your Steam profile real quick.
Hey, calm down there.
Go check your Steam profile. It says right here, 637 hours on record.
Is it really that much?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
That's a lot.
I mean,
Don't look at the other game. Don't look at the other game.
Fortress 2.
Shut up.
2,371 hours.
Yeah, not that many, you know.
It's just a few.
Just a few months, you know. No big.
Yeah, not a big deal. But yeah, this podcast, by the way, literally no structure or anything. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna.
We
talk
do
about.
not have any bullet points up
No,
at all.
0 bullet points.
I'm playing a video game.
You're playing a game. I literally just said, let's do a podcast, and he's like, why not? We were planning. We were talking about it for a while, but I'm just like, whatever. Let's just do one tonight.
Yeah, he's just like,
Fucking
yeah.
That's why not? Because I've always wanted to do one. So fucking
And I am a great speak man.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Okay, so I was working tonight.
No, you weren't.
I
You
guess.
liar. This is
Yes, I
for the
was.
podcast, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's not. This is actually for real.
Scripted.
This is scripted. This is a scripted live stream, even though it's
Yep.
going up on YouTube
Live
and also
stream.
pre-recorded.
Live stream. We're not on Twitch.tv, are we? You're freaking me out, dude. Stop it.
No, we're on Vimeo.
Nice.
Nice. But yeah, I was at work tonight, and I was working on the drive-thru. I work at a fast food restaurant, by the way. It's called Culver's, but
Nasty.
it is pretty nasty. I made a video about Culver's a while back.
It's like a shitty McDonald's.
It's better than McDonald's. I would want, if I worked at a McDonald's, I would literally shoot myself in the head.
Dang.
It's
How does that make all the McDonald's people feel, huh?
They probably don't like working at McDonald's. There's
How
probably
do you
a few-
know?
Well, everyone looks depressed as shit in the one I go to. Everyone looks like they want to die.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I want to kill myself.
I mean, that's pretty much how our fucking McDonald's is in my town. That's pretty good. But anyways, I was working on the drive-through, and apparently
Ew.
people. Yeah, I know it is ew. I fucking hate doing drive-through because everyone is so slow. Everyone's just like,
Yeah.
like over like the hum of their like loud.
The shitty
pickup.
microphone.
Yeah, the shitty microphone paired with their fucking like truck that's like revving at 100 decibels. Yeah, and it's just like idling, and you're like, I can't even hear you. It's like, thanks. But anyways, this lady came through. She's like, oh, you have like a good radio voice. And I'm like, oh, well, nice.
Did you assault the bitch?
I literally threw her out of her car and drove off home. That's how I
Just
got home.
pulled the
Yeah.
GTA that,
Yeah.
just fucking took the car.
Threw him out. And-
Yeah.
Yow!
Yowza.
Bitch. And I just drove home at 150 miles an hour.
That's fucking fast, bro. That's a good car.
Yeah, it's a fucking great car. It's a fucking like SUV, but
Damn.
that shit's crazy. Fucking
Yeah.
mom vans get the job done. Not gonna lie.
Guess so.
I've driven long distances multiple times. I've seen like mom vans fucking blasting down the interstate. You have no idea. Those moms really need to get their kid to soccer.
Soccer.
You have no fucking idea.
Soccer that's across the country.
They're literally going from like Utah to England or something.
England.
They literally drove through the ocean.
Wow.
They're that badass.
That's dedication.
Yeah, it is.
Honestly, an inspiration to all Americans.
Well,
Okay. Ooh.
Absolutely. I mean, mom vans are, we're not going any higher than mom vans. Everything's downhill from here.
That is the peak of human existence.
Yeah, mom vans are the peak of humanity. We are now going to go extinct in the next 20 years.
Because of mom vans.
Yeah, they're going to kill us all.
No, we're not gonna go extinct. They're just gonna kill us.
Yeah, they're just going to start, like, performing mass genocide. It's going to be pretty exciting. Not going to lie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Have you ever like cleared your throat before?
I have done that a few times.
Not me.
I think you just did it like 4 seconds ago.
Okay, you know what? You're assuming things, and I don't appreciate it.
I will go back in the recording and listen.
Dude, there is literally zero proof that I cleared my throat. Okay.
I bet. I like how this podcast has been like almost 10 minutes and we haven't really discussed anything at all.
We are all over the place, which is the best part.
Yeah, it's just fucking, it's all over. Doesn't matter.
What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with it. We can do whatever the fuck we want. It's our podcast. I
You
mean,
know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I could try and pull up a topic, I suppose. Find something to talk about.
Let's talk about Brazilian dildos.
No.
Why not?
I don't have enough information on them.
I have zero information on them. But let's talk about them.
Okay.
They're Brazilian and they're dildos. Alright, let's stop talking about that
Yeah,
now.
good job. Excellent work, guys. Good podcast.
Call it a day.
Thanks for watching.
Everyone go home. Go home. Get
Go home.
lost.
This is the peak of the podcast. This is everything's downhill. 10 minutes into our very first podcast. Should I just call this the cough cast?
If you really want to.
I feel like this is just gonna be a common theme, but
I don't.
maybe. But anyways, I'll actually try and find a topic here while we're waiting.
I don't know, video games. I'm playing one, and we've brought it up already.
I mean, I asked you, but you just said it was bad. I was asking just about Smite in general.
Okay, well,
think so?
Smite is a game, if you don't know, Smite is a game about taking the... It's like multiple, like, what would you call it? Forms of, like, mythology. For example, Greek and fucking Roman and a few others, and basically taking all the gods from all of those, I guess, mythologies and making them playable characters and making them fight each other. It's pretty fucking crazy. Terrible execution.
How so? I thought you liked the game.
I mean, I do, but it's like extremely unbalanced.
Yeah, but then again, what game isn't unbalanced at this point? Fucking Overwatch.
Oof.
That's a shit show.
I remember when I really hated Overwatch. Like, I bought it and I was just like, I never want to play this game ever again. It was a lot of fun.
I don't really. Like, you just keep contradicting yourself. That's right.
That's literally what I do 24/7.
I'm aware of this, Zebra.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I do know what I'm talking about.
Charge!
Yeah,
Kill him! Sorry.
Sorry, he's getting distracted. He's playing his video games.
Well, so there's a game mode that's out right now. There's an Egyptian goddess called Bastet. She's like the goddess of cats or whatever.
Nice.
And her ult is to spawn three cats. And we're in a mod of the day game mode in which you only have her like leap ability and her cat's ability, and you could do it as often as 5 seconds. So we made like a little army of like fucking cats,
Holy shit.
and one person triggered all of them, and they just started charging at this one person. So it was really exciting.
It's really exciting. That sounds like a good time.
It is great, dude. You should honestly be jealous.
I am jealous. I mean, a fucking army of cats. I would love that.
I mean, I have 2 cats at my house, so I could basically do that in real life. No biggie.
I have one cat. If I need an army of cats, I'll just fucking throw her across the room.
Yeet.
So one cat army. Dude, that bitch is gonna go soaring. Like, cats
10-pound cat.
He's more like 15, so that's a fucking thick cat.
Oh, my cat is like, both of them are like 20. They're huge.
Huge.
They're big boys.
Thick boys. Gosh darn, thick boys. Yeah,
Mhm.
my cat's pretty thick. Not super thick, but thick enough. Also, she's a whiny little bitch that never stops asking for food.
Shut the fuck up!
I mean, like, okay, so when I'm downstairs and I'm like up, like going downstairs in the morning to get stuff ready for school,
Yeah.
like you can literally hear her outside the door just meowing at the door.
Somebody help me!
She
I'm
needs
starving!
I know, that's exactly how she is. She literally needs me to go, like, walk her to her food bowl and show her that she does have food, and then she'll start eating. And then sometimes, sometimes as soon as I walk away, she'll like jump down and start meowing at me again, and I'm like, "You fucking cunt!"
Nah, I think that cat just wants attention.
Yes, she does. She's very attention.
Attention whore.
Yeah, attention cuck boy.
Imagine the same scenario, but double the cats. That's my situation.
I'm sorry.
It's alright.
I love cats, but fuck if they're annoying sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, cats and dogs both have their own perks, but
Yeah, really.
personally for me, I think I like dogs more just because they're less whiny. and they don't fucking like
That-
meow through the door all night because they're hungry and they need attention. Dogs like attention, but they won't fucking like
Kill for it.
Yeah, they won't bother you. Well, I mean, sometimes they will, but not often. Most of the time, they'll just be like, "Oh, okay, I'm getting attention now. Awesome."
Dog. To describe dogs is just pretty hard, but like the best way I describe it is like someone that's extremely loyal to you, well at the same time, like just loves you so much that even when you just arrive at your house, they are excited to see you. Not even like be in your presence or anything, just to see you in general. Like it's no wonder people love having dogs.
I know, 'cause they're like they literally are like the perfect companion because
Yeah.
they love you unconditionally, and that's what's so awesome about dogs for me. They fucking
Yeah.
they just don't care if you give them love and feed them and stuff. They'll just love you to death, and they'll like they're so
They're like,
protective.
you're letting me live.
Yeah,
Sick.
it's like thanks. Now pet me a ton, and I'll love you. And they just like they're basically human. They're basically way better than humans in every way possible, aside from intelligence.
Yeah. Intelligence is pretty important.
Yeah, but at the same time, we use our intelligence to nuke people. So you know, dogs just like it.
And to be honest, I feel like the more smart you are, like the more depressed you are. So
I mean, like, well, I don't
think
know so
about
much
it.
as-
Think about it.
I guess to an extent. I mean,
Like no offense to anybody, but you ever see like a retard just like be like extremely depressed?
that's true.
No.
I'll-
But you see like a scientist like fucking like you know
just
doesn't having a
yeah, they're like
Yeah.
contemplating the existence of the universe and what it all
and
means.
they're
And,
like yeah,
having existential crises.
like is it worth me living anymore? Is you know?
It's like, is there any point to this?
All right, I'm out of game now.
It's
I'm
like,
turning off the same song
nice.
finally.
But yeah, like fucking people just suck, and dogs are good. Dogs don't care about that. Dogs don't give a shit about like anything.
All right, here's a summary of our fucking podcast. People suck. Dogs are good.
People suck. Dogs are good. Zebra coughs a lot. Perfect timing.
No, that was actually real tough too.
Yeah, I know. I could tell it was genuine. And what else did we talk about? We talked about freaking podcast names. Jimmy Keene.
What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong.
Except for the fact that neither of us are called Jimmy nor Keene.
Yeah, and none of us give a shit about anyone named Jimmy Keene because not
We don't
person
nobody
says-
anyone.
Yeah, there isn't even anyone famous. The closest thing to a famous person is James Keene, and he's in like a fucking book. He wrote a book, a book that like nobody seems to know. So you know. God, speaking of books, I fucking want to kill myself.
Oh, calm down, you.
Like, okay, so I'm reading this book called "Thank You for Your Service." It's by David Finkel.
Finkel.
Finkel, that funny name. This book's about PTSD and suicide.
Finkel.
Finkel. Just, you know, like reading about someone hanging themselves, like Finkel. What a funny name. That's a good one. Nice. Like, it's just like
Your best friend. Finkel.
that's a good one. But yeah, so this book is like, it's actually like interesting. It's about a soldier returning from Iraq, I believe.
I hate books.
Well, I like books actually.
Let's have a podcast about it, alright?
Yeah, let's have a podcast about you wanting to kill me because I like reading.
No, I don't care if you like reading. Like, go ahead if you like it.
Bet?
But me books? No.
I've always liked books and writing. I've been
I'm a math boy.
I am not a math boy. I fucking hate math.
I'm a super math boy. I used to be so good at math, and then I just stopped taking it, and now I'm like so behind.
It's alright.
But yeah, so explain why you like books.
Because, I mean, I don't know exactly why. I've always just liked reading in general. I think part of it is because I like, things that. Well, this book is nonfiction, so it doesn't really count because it's technically a true story. But I like reading. It's similar to like video games and movies for me in the case where it's like an escape from like my own reality, I guess. Which I think that's not the only reason, but that is a part of it. I do just like stories in general, especially like science fiction and fantasy, because
I
it's
don't
so
know.
far fetched and out
I
of the
don't
way.
know why, but whenever I read a book, I can never imagine anything that I'm reading.
Oh, dude, I can imagine. Like, I will make whole fucking worlds in my head, and it's awesome.
Exactly. It is. It's like I think the reason why I'm like that is because I'm like, oh, a book is supposed to give you direction in how you imagine things. So
Oh yeah,
anything that isn't like I can't imagine, it just fucks with me until the point where I just give up on thinking about it.
yeah. I'm sure that it'd be a lot easier for you to read like nonfiction books then. Um, but for me,
I hate reading I hate reading fiction books, but usually like facts. I don't know why. I'll read like a fucking newspaper about the weather, and I'm like, that's so fucking cool. But like, I read a book about like man slaughtering zombies and like how he has to survive the wasteland, and I can't imagine the scene because it says he trips on a piece of wood, and I didn't know what color the wood was, so I can't fucking imagine it in my head.
yeah, for me, I I always I don't know. Sometimes with books, I can make up completely new scenes in my head, and sometimes like certain scenes in a book, I will like my brain will take from places I've previously been that fit the scene best.
Oh, that's weird.
It is. So sometimes I'll make up new places that, like with science fiction, it's hard not to. But with like this book, um, about the thank you for your service about the person who returned home from Iraq and has PTSD and stuff.
Uh-huh.
When I imagine them in their home, I imagine my old home where I used to live.
Let's see, I've lived in the same house my whole life, so
Yeah.
again, another like perspective of I can't imagine it.
I mean,
You know?
it's yeah, that makes sense, and I suppose it just depends on each person. But
Yeah.
I'm able to make up scenes in my head really well. I daydream a lot about just random scenes and random like kind of like movies in my head when I'm really fucking bored and don't care.
I usually just talk to myself.
I don't.
Like, no joke.
I mean, I do that sometimes too. Like especially when I'm driving home from work, I'll just talk to myself for no reason, and I'll acknowledge the fact that I'm talking to myself, and I'm like,
Yeah.
why am I doing this? And then I just keep doing it because
I've done that so many times that at this point I just go, oh, I'm talking to myself. Oh well,
yes,
you know, like
this
you're
just
just used
happens.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I do it a lot. It kind of, for me, a little bit, I think, comes from the fact that I've made so many YouTube videos, and I've just been used to like talking to a microphone.
Well, I mean, I've never done
Yes.
anything like that, so.
Yeah, but and I think I wouldn't talk to myself nearly as much if I didn't, because before I did YouTube, I was very quiet, and I still am.
Introvert?
Yes, I'm a huge fucking introvert. You have no clue.
Explain. How are you an introvert?
I don't like talking to people.
Like at all?
Okay, no. Like I like talking to people, like people I know, like you, or
Yeah.
close friends. Like I'm fine with that. I'll just fucking scream and be stupid and have a good time. But
Blah.
and I can talk to people. I'm not like closed off as soon as I leave my group of friends. I can still talk to people that I don't know, but
Yeah.
and I could do it fine. It's the people that, well, okay, so I can talk to people, but a lot of times I choose not to just because I don't want to. But I can't, like, if someone confronts me, I can have a conversation with them about something, and that's not a problem. But if it's someone I dislike or am like uncomfortable being around, I'll just like slap in both my headphones and just ignore them. And I'll do that a lot at school because most of my classes I don't have hardly any friends in this last semester.
Oh dang.
So I have a couple classes with friends, mainly like band and my AP music theory class that I take. But outside of that, not a lot of friends in most of my classes. So most of the time I'm just being quiet. I do like I'm not an I used to be a super fucking introvert where I would not even like want to talk in class about things. Like, you know, the class discussions and stuff that classes normally have.
I don't do those.
You don't? You haven't?
Not once.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, I don't consider myself an introvert though.
Like
even though I'm sure a lot of people do.
You're like, so your classes have never done like group discussions like that?
No, they have. I just didn't participate.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say. I was confused. Like, you never did that? That doesn't make sense. But yeah, I used to be that way where I wouldn't participate in them at all. But now I find myself more and more participating in conversations, especially about like the books I'm reading or like subjects that like I know something about. So, for instance,
well,
go ahead.
Sorry. 9 times out of 10, those are usually English classes.
Yeah.
And the discussions are usually about a book. And I never, ever read books in school.
So it's kind of hard to talk about them.
Yeah, it's like, I say I only really like talking about something when I know, like, a lot about it. And
yeah, that
like,
makes sense.
Almost all of the time when I have to talk in front of the class, it's about something I don't know. So I'm like, and it works like this, I think, maybe. Yes. Teacher, help me.
Please?
You sadistic fuck.
Starts acoustically screeching. But see what I did there? I just made that.
Yeah.
That's pretty great. Nice job, Ty. Excellent job with jokes.
I'm moving a little bit back in the conversation, but the reason why I like math so much is no matter what, you can go back and check if you're right.
I'm too lazy to do that.
I mean, I usually am too. But if I don't feel confident, then I'm like, let me just make sure that I don't like just tell the class how retarded I am. And when I say, 1 plus 2 is like 14, it's like...
Yeah, I remember, I was in my early civ class last semester, and what was it? Okay, so it was like our teacher asked, like, what was the document that the like founding fathers signed to like break away from Britain. And I raised my stupid fucking hand up and like yelled with complete and utter confidence, "The Constitution." I'm like,
well,
and he stares at me for a second. He's like, "That's 10 years in the future. Let's backpedal 10 years." And I'm just like, because I was thinking the Declaration of Independence. In my mind I knew it, but I said the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And I wanted to literally kill myself. Like, I was about ready to shoot up the whole school.
The reason why I don't like talking those those discussions anymore when I don't know what I'm talking about is because when I was like probably 7th grade and younger, I used to be that stupid ass class clown that thought he was hilarious and just would blurb any random thing out that he could think of.
Oh, so just, yeah, okay, I gotcha.
So there'd be like the Declaration of Independence, and I'll be like, Independence, and then I'd start laughing to myself.
XD.
I was so bored in class that I just try to find ways to make myself laugh.
I mean, that's a good way of
And then
going
I
about it.
and then I realized that I'm just kind of like making my teachers hate me, and it's probably not a good thing. So I just kind of stopped being loud and annoying.
Yeah, but I mean, like, honestly, there are so many better ways teachers that could like present their information. I know they're restricted by like the district and stuff that they work in.
Bullshit.
No, they are though. Like, there's so many
No.
restrictions that they have.
No.
You have no idea.
I do have an idea. And half the teachers are like, I'm supposed to do this, but I don't feel like doing it.
Okay, well, that's true with like a lot of teachers, but I mean, the teachers that like actually care, they a lot of them don't have the proper resources that they, at least with my school district anyways. I'm not
Not
sure about
mine.
yours, but with
Not
mine,
mine.
well, with a lot of my teachers, they just don't have the resources to do what they want to do.
Hmm.
So teachers that really care, they just can't like do it because they're just fucked by the system, which sucks because there's a lot of teachers that really care, especially like my band teacher, because the arts in my state is just completely fucked. They don't give a shit about the arts, which is awful because I love like music. I'm going into music education in college, so obviously it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But it just sucks because he doesn't have like extra teachers. He doesn't have like, he can't do private lessons. He's basically working with like one other teacher and that's it. And they're running like 3 bands plus a marching band, which is kind of insane considering how many different instruments that they have to like teach people. It just sucks because he can't do what he wants to do, because I can tell he's passionate about what he does, but he is literally unable to like use, he doesn't have enough resources to make the band as good as he wants it to. It just can't happen.
You want my opinion on like teacher and like the career side to teachers?
Mm-hmm.
I think teachers should get paid a lot more.
Yes, they should, absolutely.
But I also believe that it should become a lot harder to become a teacher.
Yeah.
Like you have to be that dedicated teacher
Yeah.
in order to get that job.
But,
I know it's kind of hard to find in a person, but like,
yeah, that is a difficult thing to do. Being a teacher is like a very admirable job. Admin is by cinnamon. Yeah.
cinnamon?
Cinnamon. But yeah, with teachers, cinnamon.
Synonym.
Synonym of teacher is
not sin.
Synonym.
There you go.
Synonym of teacher is underpaid as fuck. Boy.
Yeah. Which leads me to the question: why do you fucking go down the career of teacher if you pay well? You know?
Yeah.
Like I can understand you like teaching, but like, there's a lot better ways of like going down that career path.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of teachers that don't like teaching, just they don't understand what it's like until they actually finally get a job and realize what they're really getting themselves into. There's a lot of like, I think it's hard to know exactly what you're getting yourself into until you actually get into the job. Yeah, and then at that point, it's almost too late to go back. So you're just in a job you don't like.
Well, that's usually like why I. Here, this is another tangent on the teachers. This is why I usually like to have a real life example of something that we're being taught before I go deep into it. You know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like, the one thing I did like about when I worked at AMC was the fact that when they are teaching you the positions, they're just like, do it. They just kind of show you how to like press buttons on the screen, and then they're like, all right, here you go. If you can read, you can, you could use this.
Yeah.
And at first, like the first couple of weeks, every single time I did it, I was like, holy shit, this is kind of scary.
Yeah.
I might fuck up. If I fuck up, my life is over. But after a while, you just get into this rhythm and this pace where you're just like, ba da da da, here you go, ba da da, give me this
Oh,
amount of money.
yeah,
You know,
absolutely. Like,
you're just
especially, yeah.
you're just going at it hard.
That's exactly what happened with me with Culver's. At first, I'm like, "Oh my god, what if I mess up their order? What am I gonna do?" And I'm like panicking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you like
because
come
there's so
into
many
work like
fucking buttons.
tense,
Yeah,
like holy shit,
yeah,
like
like I'm like sweating profusely. I'm like, I can't mess this up. And now, like 2 years later, I'm just like, I don't care.
yeah, you're like if I mess this up,
whatever. Yeah,
it's what
and
they deserve.
they deserve it. Fucking cucks.
Yeah,
But
coming ordering food from me.
yeah,
This is what they get.
a whole bus comes in at 9:30, giving you the middle finger behind your back.
That's just nasty.
It is nasty because
That's rude as fuck. I remember working at Dairy.
times.
I remember working at Dairy Queen, and it's just like, um, you know, tonight we're having a sponsored thing with the school, so like the whole entire school comes in, and the whole time you're just like, I want to die. Why are you making me make this weird ass like shake for you? Why couldn't it just be like simple,
Yeah.
ice cream cone? Why does it have to be like, but 3 bananas and one one milkshake, please? It's like, what the fuck?
And why does it have to be 20 of them?
Yeah,
It's like, just let us close and go home. Don't you know I'm a human being too?
it's funny
like,
too because whenever you work, half the time it just feels like people are just pranking you with their orders.
Yeah,
It's like,
sometimes it does. It's just like, why the fuck do you do this? You have to be doing this intentionally.
That's at least how I felt at Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
Because there'd always be this couple that came in. They'd get the same thing every time. They'd come in. They'd get like the biggest blizzard you can get. They'd put 2 bananas in it, and like some special hot chocolate
Okay.
or fudge or whatever. And the fudge would melt the ice cream, and the bananas would, oddly enough, they like mix really well and make it like extremely liquidy. So it honestly, yeah. And the thing is we have to flip them upside down before handing them to the customer.
Oh, what a bunch of fucking assholes! I know this is going.
Yeah.
Fucking
So when you flip it over, like
trips.
half the time, it will half of it will come out, and then you have to wipe the counter and make them a new one.
And you have to tip that one too.
Yeah, and then you have to flip that one upside down too.
So you gotta be really fucking fast.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, we're good. Take your fucking blizzard piece.
And they usually come in the like busiest time of the night, and you just really want to fucking like reel back and just get them right in the big nose.
Fucking thick noses. Yeah, they have it like.
Dairy
Queen it is their right to get whatever the fuck they want, obviously.
True, yeah.
But sometimes it's just it gets annoying. Sometimes, like I get annoyed a couple like late at night, especially, and everyone's coming through the drive-through and all getting custard.
Yeah.
And I'm like, please, fuck off. Like, go home, you fat cunts. I mean, I've done that too before, so it's hypocritical to say, but it's like what you think at the time.
Yeah, just like extremely annoyed no matter what.
Well, I've been able to, especially as of late, I've been able to like control my temper pretty well. I've gotten really upset at one time where I told one of my managers like, I need someone else to take the headset so I don't like blow up on a customer, so I can cool down for a bit. But it's like before that, which happened like a week ago, it's been a really long time since I got upset. It's just like it had been so busy that night, and it was non-stop, and I was just getting more and more frustrated as the night went on. I was just like, okay, I need someone to take some orders because I'm so tired of taking orders from people that take too long to decide and have the most stupid droning voice in the world.
We'll fall asleep on them.
Yeah, and they're just like, can I get a burger? And none of them know what they want. You have to basically take their order for them.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. That happened all the time at AMC. Yeah.
It happens all the time.
People would walk up not knowing the menu and then be like, what do I want? It's like, I don't know. What do you want?
Yeah, like why don't you stand back and let other people get stuff?
Yeah, and that's the other thing. They like block the whole line for like
Yeah.
5 minutes, and then you're like,
Especially on the fucking drive-through. That's the point of the drive-through. You should be going through
quick,
yeah.
swift.
And then there's people that like let a line build up behind them as they're slowly going.
And that's when you just leave for your piss break.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Be like, think about it. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it takes them like
Before I
fucking
have to get
4
like
minutes.
Did I ever describe to you the shitty experience of Dairy Queen?
You've talked about it, but I don't think in detail.
Okay,
Not in
well,
thorough detail.
I'll keep it short and sweet for the quote-unquote podcast.
I think it's been going pretty well, actually. We've been pretty on topic now. But anyways,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So, I mean, working at Dairy Queen was probably one of the worst experiences I've ever had with like a corporation and other people in general. To start off with, one of the people I worked with was like extremely racist, and I don't even know if he was doing it as like a joke or if he was seriously just that racist. But he would like joke about like killing black people all the time and all that.
That's already not good.
Yeah,
I don't think you told me about that one before.
Yeah, there's that, and then obviously I got paid minimum wage, which at the time was like $8.20.
So like piss poor money.
Oh yeah, it was terrible. And the second worst part about that was I had the worst scheduling hours ever. So it would either be I'd work the whole week like 4 hours, so that way I'd get like fucking no, I'd get like 28 hours that week.
Oh, and like I'd get every day 4 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or one of the last weeks I worked, I worked for 3 hours, and then I went home, and my paycheck for that like by week was $25.
Yeah, that like the inconsistency is so stupid.
Yeah, they
You think they'd be able to keep your schedule decently consistent?
No.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't happen at Culver's either. It's all over the fucking place.
It is for you too?
Yes. It like sometimes I'll get like 30 hours. Sometimes I'll get like 8.
Yeah, that's terrible because
like I want to know,
kind of
like,
assume that you get you get the same amount every month or so.
Like a similar amount at least.
Yeah. So you assume like, oh, next month I'm gonna get paid like $150 or so or whatever.
I get like $300 for my paycheck, but no, I get like $120 because I hardly work shit.
Well, when I was working at Dairy Queen, I would expect to get $150 as a paycheck, but then really get like $50
because the pay was terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense for like students, but at the same time, it's still like conditions at fast food restaurants just suck, and it constantly seems like you should be being paid more than you are for the shit work you do.
Yeah, and another terrible thing is I didn't take a single day off of work, nor did I trade a single day. I worked every single day that I was scheduled. And
that sucks.
Yeah. And like literally it was some of the worst work I've ever done. Like I would come in and they didn't know what they wanted me to do. So I would just be like, well, can I just do this tonight since I know it's easy? And then they'll be like, no, you fucking like you go clean the bathroom with a small toothbrush. They didn't literally do that, but it just
it felt like it.
Yeah. I was like, really? Like, come on, I want to do dishes. Dishes are fun because I get to listen to music and I get to like fucking just they had a sprayer. And it was like crazy good. And I just enjoyed like fucking around with it.
Yeah. I mean, like the one of the nice things about Culver's is a pretty decent place to work at. Like I've been there for almost 2 years. It's not anything special, but it gets the job done for me, and I like most of the coworkers, so I don't care. But one thing that's it's pretty good. But anyways, um, the thing that I like about it a lot is that every day when you walk in, like, right next to like the heat lamps where the food gets put down so people can set the orders and take them out. There's like a little place for the slip of paper that says what you're deployed on for that day, so you instantly know, oh, this is what I'm on, so I know what I'm doing.
Wait, explain that again?
So when you walk in, there's like the heat lamps that people set orders
Yeah.
at, and right next to that, there's a place where there's a piece of paper, and
Mm-hmm.
that has everybody. It's like a list basically. So like it'll say register 1, register 2, register 3, set orders, drive through, kitchen stuff, and it'll say like it'll have your names next to what you're working on for that day.
Oh, okay. So they don't tell you what you're working on that day. They just say come in, basically.
Yeah, you come in and then like you'll look at the schedule and say, okay, that's what I work on today, and it's nice.
Damn, that's kind of rough, though.
It's not bad though. Most of the work is easy enough. It's just like it's
True.
just nice that it's set in stone for you. They don't decide for you and like figure shit out when you after you get
Well,
there.
yeah. So yeah, that was my last point on Dairy Queen. Was it was so like nobody knew what they were doing the whole
Yeah,
time.
it was stupid. That sounds
It was
stupid.
like, as comparison, AMC was fucking amazing compared to Dairy Queen, but AMC was still pretty bad. And I'll explain why. So like, AMC was a lot better because you were explaining when. How do you get your schedules?
Online.
Yeah, Dairy Queen did it on a piece of paper, and they put it out every Thursday. So if you had to work Friday that week, you had to find out the day before, and you had to go in.
That's stupid.
It's retarded.
It's really retarded.
So
That's
going to AMC, they had it all online, like what you were working that day, how
yeah.
long you were working, and after you worked it, it showed you how much you're getting paid for that shift. It was so nice. I was like, damn, this is top grade.
It's awesome. Online scheduling is like the only way they should do it now.
Yeah,
Like
but the
it makes
problem
sense.
is, like, it's great and all, but the problem with AMC is everyone that works there is lazier than me, and I'm extremely lazy. Like,
S-
they will find some way, somehow, to get out of work.
yeah.
Like, usually it starts out with them just, like, talking to, like, one of the, like, higher adults there, and,
Mhm.
and then you kind of point it out to them, like, hey, you need to, like, get to work. Like, I'm the only one working over here.
Mhm.
And then eventually get to a point where you're like, hey, I told you to like, come and help me. And they're like, oh, I was just getting, like, napkins for, like, this person. It's like, really? Like, is that what's important, or is helping me important?
Mhm.
And of course you'd be like, helping me, but they're like, oh, I just thought I'd get it for them really quickly. I didn't know you needed that much help. It's like, yeah, you fucking did. You can see the line stacked down on the outside. What do you mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, as much as I liked AMC, I liked a lot of the people that worked there, and I liked, like, a lot of the new technology features and the not racist people.
That's always good.
The one thing Dairy Queen had over fucking AMC was the fact that Dairy Queen could fucking made sure that everyone was fucking working.
Mhm.
Like, I'd never been to a place where people work and have like less than half of the people actually working. It's funny, when I left, they were cutting people's shifts, so, and what that means is they're making people work like multiple shifts.
In the same day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
like
less
split
people are.
shifts. Yeah.
So people there's less people there now, but the people that are there are working like 3 jobs at once.
Which is stupid.
Yeah, they said they had to do it to save money.
Yeah,
I'm like, no way. I thought people not doing their job when they're here was saving us a shit ton of money.
Definitely. That's definitely the most cost-effective way to do it.
Of course. Yeah, like there was two main problems with AMC. It was extreme laziness, and then just like even the manager's laziness.
Yeah.
Like the reason why I quit slash got fired was because um 1 week she always would put it out on Tuesday, the schedule that is. Um so on Tuesday I checked the schedule and it said that I didn't have to work anything, but it said other people had to work things. So I was like, oh, I guess I just don't have to work this week. They must be cutting schedules, so I just don't have to work this week. Yada yada. Um, but I was like, yeah, I'll check tomorrow, see if she puts anything up. Um, she didn't put anything up on Wednesday. There was nothing up. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm not working. But I'll still check on Thursday. So I checked Thursday morning. Still nothing. I'm like, cool. Thursday night, she puts a schedule out saying that I had to work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And apparently, Saturday was a huge weather storm for Colorado. Like, it was snowing like fucking hell. Um, so my di- so it, it'd been really hard to get to in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Not adding the fact that I didn't even know how I had to fucking work.
Yeah, which is just stupid. Like, okay, that's
And like,
that's just bullshit.
here's the thing: most people would be like, "Oh, you just didn't check your email." I'm sure they emailed you that you had to work. No emails, no calls, no texts. The only way I knew I actually had to work those days is that on the second day after I was supposed to work, someone said, "Hey, I heard that you missed like 2 shifts so far. What's going on? Are you all right?" And I said, "I had 2 shifts. When?" And they said, "Today and yesterday." I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And then they expect me to go while it's like blizzard outside. No, I'm not going tomorrow. So, and then after that, I couldn't log into the website, and yeah,
Did they call you at all?
no, no
Okay, well,
calls,
okay.
no emails.
That's kind of on them then, if they're not gonna
Yeah.
call you and say, "Oh, why are you not here? What's going on?"
Mhm.
And
Not
they could have,
nothing.
that's a misunderstanding that could have easily been fixed. They could have called you and said, "Hey, why are you not at work?" And you could have said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can come in," and just be there
Yeah,
late.
it could have been fixed, but the managers are so lazy that they would rather just not do that.
Which is just stupid.
Yeah.
That's just irresponsible managers. That's not your fault. And also the
No.
fact that they scheduled you, they put up the schedule for you a day, like 1 day in advance.
Yeah.
Whereas for Culver's, we get the schedule always guaranteed 2 weeks ahead.
Yeah. And that's the nice place. That's the nice thing. I'm thinking about work. I'm trying to get a job at Home Depot currently, and
Sounds like a
my
good
brother,
gig.
my brother works there already, and he actually gets paid like
Pretty well.
$3 or $4 over minimum wage. So
Which is nice.
that'd be really good for me, high school
Mhm.
student.
Yeah.
So, you know, they release the schedule 2 weeks before.
Mhm. Which is
So,
good.
yeah, there should be literally zero excuse for why I don't know if a day is out or not.
Yeah. And then that would be on your part if you didn't know
Yeah.
or didn't get things ahead of time. That would make sense then.
Mhm.
But that was on AMC's fault then.
Yeah. I did nothing wrong with all that.
Especially that they didn't call you. That's just stupid.
That's just highly
Yeah.
unprofessional, especially for a pretty
That's the least you could
big
do.
corporation.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's just stupid. Anyways.
Yeah. So, like, basically, what I noticed at working MC is any shortcut that they could take,
They
they
did.
took it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is also bad. I feel like sometimes at Culver's we take shortcuts to close faster, but we always make sure we can serve our guests and everything. and we have we have like a set standard of what guests and customers should expect from us, and we keep up to that standard. We don't just be like lazy shitlets. We actually get stuff done, which is nice. Like you feel like you're actually earning your wage.
I remember going to AMC like half the time and being like, "Well, I don't have to do anything today." Ooh.
Like, yeah, awesome.
Like if they give me shit, I just give it right back to them.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I think this is where we draw the line for the podcast today, guys. We actually got on track after the first 10 minutes of nonsense, which is pretty good.
Jimmy Keene, come on.
Jimmy Keene. Jimmy Keene's my dad. But anyways,
works for Minecraft.
All right. Well, it has been a good time. Do you have any closing thoughts, Zebra?
Always wear your underwear correctly.
That's good advice. Follow that, children. If you don't, then Zebra will literally come and kill you.
I will come for your family members.
He's already outside your window.
Don't check, because I'm there.
He is there. Don't open your curtains. Shouldn't do that. It's bad.
Should I like put the picture of my zebra mask so that way they know it's me?
Yeah, I'll figure out like something for the podcast, like a picture or something with like
like
or whatever.
You showing my Steam or whatever.
Yeah, that'll work. Anyways, you guys all have a good one. Thanks for watching the podcast. If you made it this far, I doubt it, but if anyone did, then I hope you enjoyed. And you all have a good day.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Did I do good?
Yes.